If you're amazed by the world of secret financial playgrounds, where taxes take a back seat and wealth grows into luxury, you're in for a treat. Forget about legal loopholes. These secret safe havens are like treasure chests for generational wealth. They're where old money doesn't just find shelter, it throws epic, never-ending parties while staying clear of the eyes of governments, creditors, and political drama. But what's so special about these tax havens? How are they important? And above all, where are they? Well, let's start at the beginning. Tax havens, believe it or not, are relatively new in the world of finance. They didn't really pop up until the early 1900s. Back then, there were no income taxes, so there was no need for these secretive financial getaways. But when governments decided to get into people's finances, that's when tax havens started becoming a thing. Switzerland was kind of like the OG in this game. They were the original gangsters of the financial underworld. Their secret sauce? Neutrality. While other countries were dealing with wars and financial troubles, Switzerland kept it cool and focused on becoming a money paradise. They took inspiration from American states like New Jersey and Delaware, known for their business-friendly tax laws. Swiss cantons like Zug and Zurich made it super attractive for the super rich with their low rules and secrecy. But Switzerland wasn't the only player in this game. Monaco, this gem on the French Riviera, offered zero income tax and a lifestyle so glamorous it'd make modern Las Vegas blush. The Caribbean also wanted in on the action, with places like Bermuda and the Bahamas adding their unique flavor to the world of tax havens. As we rolled into the 1960s, we entered a time of peace, love, and the rise of the Cayman Islands in the finance world. They weren't your typical Caribbean tax haven. They focused on becoming a hub for hedge funds. By 2008, they'd become a financial superstar, ranking as the world's fourth largest financial center. Luxembourg, on the other hand, was Europe's hidden financial gem. It offered minimal tax rates, and its European Union membership made it a getaway for the entire European market. Now, when we talk about global tax havens, we can't forget about Asia. Hong Kong, once a British colony, evolved into an Asian financial powerhouse. It had no income or capital gains taxes and a legal system based on British standards. Plus, it had a duty-free zone where the wealthy could store valuable assets without worrying about import taxes. Singapore, Hong Kong's neighbor, also emerged as a rising star in the world of tax havens. It had a bustling free port and was known for its stability. But as the 1980s rolled in, neon leg warmers defined fashion trends, and tax havens started feeling the heat of government oversight. Monaco and Switzerland, once the kings of banking secrecy, had to become more transparent to keep their European Union connections. The United States also introduced new rules for Caribbean tax shelters in 1984. In the late 90s, the Bank of Credit and Commerce International, or BCCI, headquartered in Luxembourg, became infamous for bad practices like money laundering and drug trafficking. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD, released a report in 1998, saying that tax havens needed serious reforms. Fast forward to today, and tax havens are under more scrutiny than ever. International organizations like the OECD and the G20 are making big moves to change offshore finance practices. Initiatives like BEPS and CRS are reshaping the world of tax havens. The COVID-19 pandemic has also shaken up the financial world, making wealth management a game of survival. And there's a growing chorus among Western nations for a global tax. This would make sure that big multinational corporations pay their fair share of taxes no matter where they're based. In a nutshell, the world of tax havens has come a long way. The future is a bit uncertain, as global pressure for transparency and fairness in taxation continues to grow. Tax havens will need to adapt to these changes or risk becoming history. We're curious to hear your take on tax havens. Do you think they're a necessary tool for the wealthy to protect their assets? Or do you see them as secret spots for the elite to avoid paying their fair share of taxes? Want to know more about old money and how it's made? Don't forget to watch our video on Swiss banking. We'll catch you there. Till then, take care.